Zoom. Zoom. That thing's fast.
Shave it up!
Hey everybody, Clean Shaver here. So, I've got another video review for you today, and it's a razor review. This one is about the Blackland Blackbird razor. Give you a little background on this. So, a guy named Shane has been working for a long time to design this razor. And I connected with him via Instagram and said, man, that thing just looks sick. And I would love to try it out sometime. And he just said, hey, you know, I've got a pre-production model that's I'm going to be getting back. Let me send it to you and just, you know, on a borrowing basis, and you can send it back to me once you're done. Give me your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. I, of course, took up the opportunity because this thing just looked so cool. Blackland Razors. This razor, just as a little bit of background on it, is obviously made from stainless steel. The inspiration for it was the Lockheed Martin SR-71 Blackbird. Now, that was a supersonic reconnaissance plane that was made back in the 60s and broke lots of airspeed records, and super cool piece of aeronautical history. And this is a super cool piece of shaving history. I think. I love this thing. It's just such a, I mean, look at that head. Look at that. It's so good looking. And this handle, ooh, yeah. Oh, anyway, we'll get into it. You can watch a video of me shaving with it right here. So, anybody that's watched any of my razor reviews knows that I grade on 4 things: design, efficiency, price, and cool factor. And again, as with all my videos, I admit cool factor is a little bit subjective, but that's what you get. You're looking for my view on this. That's why you're watching this video, right? So, let's get right into it. Design. This is one sweet looking razor. It really is just so appealing. I mean, the edges on it, the way that it's designed, I mean, the beveled sides on there and just the lines on it make it look really tactical, almost like military inspired. And so that's kind of what Shane was going for. The handle is 110 millimeters. They also have a 70 millimeter option. And I was thinking that before I even got it, I thought that the 110 millimeter would be a little bit long for me. But trying it out, it's really not. It's right in that sweet spot where I can get my whole hand on it, but it's not cramped, and I feel like I have a lot of good control. There's no knurling, it's fluting on the handle, which of course offers superb grip. The razor weighs in with a blade at 108 grams, which is not super heavy, not super light. It's right in that good spot. There are a lot of things as far as the design is concerned that are plus factors for me, that I really, really enjoyed. There are a few little things that I think I might change up just a little bit, and I'll tell you what they are. So when you unscrew the base plate, granted this is a pre-production model, so it might lack some of the finish that some of the production models have, but it just looks a little bit, I mean, there's some circling there from the grinding, which is okay, that's fine. You know that the handle is specifically for this base plate because it's inset right there. The thing that really was a little bit weird to me is the top cap. So the cap in itself, the edges here are really, really thin. They're almost sharp. And so that makes me just a little bit nervous that it might cause some problems down the road, where if it's not super exact in the machining process, it might get a little bit dangerous. The other thing is so I tried multiple blades in this razor, and I'll get to why in just a minute, but so I tried a feather blade, and this might just be an oddity with feather blades, but the blade doesn't, you can see the little blade rests right in there. It doesn't fit, it's super tight in there, it doesn't go in very easily. In fact, you have to add in the base plate and screw down the handle in order for that blade to get down in there. I can't even push it down in there because it just fits just a little bit tight. And like I said, that might just be an oddity with it being a pre-production model. That might just be something that's special about this razor, who knows. but that was just a little bit like, that's weird. Anyway, and it also makes it difficult to get the blade out when you're done. I mean, it's catching on stuff, and so that's a little risky to me. So just some food for thought there. Not that it makes it shave poorly or anything like that. It's just a little bit of an oddity with the top cap that was a little bit of an area of concern for me. However, because I know that this is a pre-production model and because he's looking for feedback on the design, and I still love the look and the design of this razor, I give it an 8.5. So it's, like I said, there are a few little things that I think I would tweak and take care of that I think could be problematic down the road if it's not dealt with properly. But the design of the look and the feel of it is just so good that I couldn't knock it down that much. So 8.5 on that. Now, that being said, efficiency, I give it a 9.5. The reason why is this is actually a very well-designed razor. I mean, you can see the gap there is significant. It's not killer, but there's a significant gap. And you get a lot of blade feel from this razor. And what I mean by that is there's no mistake as to when you're getting the angle right. It's not like an old Gillette Tech where you're like, I can't even tell if it's touching me. You know when this blade is touching you, whatever blade you're using. That being said, it's not aggressive necessarily. You just know it's there. It holds the blade really good and stiff, so you don't get the blade wobble or the blade flex that you can get with some razors, but you still get a lot of the feel of the blade, which there's something to be said for either side. Some people really like a razor where you can't feel the blade at all. You just know that it's working. Others really like the razor where you know that blade is there, and it gives you that sense of feeling alive, like hitting Mach 3 in a Blackbird. Just kidding. It's just something to be aware of. I don't think it's a good or bad thing necessarily. The price of this razor is $160, and that's whether you get the 110 millimeter handle or the 70 millimeter handle, which I'm okay with. I think that it might be better knocked down just a little bit so that it differentiated just a little bit from the Wolfmans or from the above the tie razors. I think that it could differentiate in that price just a little bit to make it to add a little more value to, or the perceived value from the razor. Then again, there's a lot of research that goes into pricing things out, so I understand where you're coming from on that. And so I've given it a 9. Not perfect, but still I think is very good. I would like it to see maybe $150 instead of $160, but I still think it's, for the build quality, you know that this is solid. It's going to last through the apocalypse. I mean, there's no questioning how this is built. And you know that it's a good value. Once you use it, you see, yeah, I could use this for the rest of my life and not have a care in the world about it. So it gives you a good sense of satisfaction, I think, if you were to pay that. Whenever I look at a razor and I look at the price tag, I wonder to myself, would I really be willing to pay that? And honestly, yes, I would pay the $160. I would think it was a little bit high, but I would pay it because of my experience with using this razor. I do think that is a good price point. Not perfect, but good. Now, cool factor. 10. This is a freaking cool razor. I really think that, I mean, just the look of it, the feel of it, the name, it's cool. It's really, really cool. And I feel like, you know, the guys on Top Gear where they have the cool wall, you know, where there's going to be people all over the spectrum on this, and people will think that, no, that's not a cool razor. It looks funny. It's got weird edges, and that's fine. To me, this is a very cool razor. And there's a lot of anticipation in the shaving community about owning this. It is going to be shipping out on the 28th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, December 28th of this year. So a lot of people are really looking forward to having their razors in their hand. I think they're going to be very satisfied with it. It is very, very good. So that brings us to a score of 37 out of 40, which comes to about 92.5% or an A-. So very good. Very good razor. A few things that I would say about it as a general information for anybody that's purchasing or seriously looking at this razor. I don't recommend using a feather blade. A, because of the whole getting stuck thing, and B, because of the design of the razor. a feather blade, at least I wouldn't use a brand new feather blade. A second or third use feather blade, sure, go for it. But a first use feather blade, it tore me up. I mean, I've got several battle wounds from my head particularly, and on my neck right there, from using a brand new feather blade. It's just, brand new feathers are really strong, really aggressive, and super, super sharp, and it didn't pair well with this razor. I do, however, recommend using Voicebyte, Personas, and Gillette Blues. Those are the 3 best blades that I tried in this razor. That being said, it is very smooth. I mean, my head is very smooth, my face, very smooth, and there is a slight bit of a learning curve with this. I mean, I'm 6 shaves in with it, and I feel like I'm getting the hang of it now. So there is a learning curve. But once you get that down, I think that this would be very satisfactory for you. So, good job, Blackland Razors. You've made a great product. I think that this will do very well in the market, and I think that a lot of people will really enjoy using this razor. I will be sending it back. This is not mine. It's not staying in my den, unfortunately. I'm going to miss it. That's my review for this razor. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the razor, put them in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe to my channel. You can also connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google+, Voicebyte. I'll put all the contact information down below in the description. I'll also put online where you can purchase the blades that I recommended, the razor itself, the soaps that I've been using, anything like that. I'll put that down in the description below as well. You can feel free to use those links to check them out. Anyway, that's my review. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Click on the link down below, and love to see you back here on my channel again. If you'd like to watch my video where I review Bluebell Artisan soaps, you can click that link right here. If you'd like to watch my video, my review of the Hone Type 15 razor, you can click that link right here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be smooth. We'll see you next time.